Hello. 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 Welcome. Welcome. This is a Pixel Pastiche, and today we are going to be playing some Project Zomboid. I had a wonderful dinner with my mother earlier. We had some barbecue. Ordered, of course. We didn't cook it up ourselves, or else I would have had to start that hours in advance. Only the best barbecue is started hours in advance. It seriously takes a lot of time to cook the good stuff, or at least to prep the good stuff, you know, get everything seasoned properly, aerated properly up to room temperature, and then up to far beyond room temperature. But that is not what we are going to worry about right now. What we are going to worry about right now, today, is Project Zomboid on Apocalypse mode. Is there any other way to play? Yes, I just choose not to. And can I tell you, them choices, them changes, result in death in a large number of ways, in a large number of situations. Wha-bam! Actually, let's face cam only for a little bit here. Hi. This is just hopefully that the thumbnail catches my beautiful yellowness with these blues and catches you. Nice to see you. Okay, now let's go to main screen face cam. Let's take that right out and jump right into Project Zomboid. All right. So, a little bit of a heads up on this one. We had played Zomboid successfully once before, and it was actually a pretty good stream. We died at the very end of it by a terrible interaction that we had. We got a little bit jumped. I got a little bit overzealous. I got a little bit too big for that zombie-filled britches. But that's not as important as the fact that I accidentally started a new game in a different game type. Can you hear that? Hopefully you can. And I messed it up, so I had to go back and restart in Apocalypse mode and then get us back to a place that was somewhat more interesting than just the beginning. I'll give you the lowdown on who we are and how we're going, how it goes. If you weren't aware, these are the end times. And I forget the next line. There was no hope of survival. This is how you died. You, not me. I'm gonna be fine. But you, oh, no offense, but this is how you died. Okay, start me up. Oh, I was doing some... I drew that little stream delayed thing, though, minutes before Mom got here, which was kind of fun, so I got some ideas for what we're going to be animating tomorrow, but we're in today. Who are we? Liliana Red. Oh. Now, we don't know what time it is, but if you'll notice, this house seems somewhat lived in and already taken care of, and that's because I spent a good amount of time setting everything up. I outfitted the house, I got a bunch of sheets, I did some looting. We are a carpenter. And the reason we're a carpenter is because I want to build a wall. Now, I want to build a wall to insulate this house. It's the best house to start in currently for Apocalypse, I believe. Position-wise, oh, we're going to pick up some cooking here while I talk over. Position-wise, this is the house that's in the lower lower right-hand corner of the city. By the way, this probably won't be that long of a stream. I was standing and moving and grooving and talking, and it's about 7 o'clock, 7:05 right now. But the house is lower in the corner. It doesn't have that many zombies around it at start, and also roving packs of zombies that would even probably come from either the surrounding area or the more populous northern part of the city don't really roll by here. So building, making noise only requires you to kill a couple of them. That's one skill point already. Whoop. Bam, right there. Well earned. All we had to do is just plug into the tube. So yeah, that's why I like down here. Also, every single time, I'll tell you my general path of the way things go. The first day is easy as hell. It always is. It almost always will be. And we make sure... Where did I drop off our stuff, by the way? We make sure to equip ourselves and get into a comfortable spot, because by the time day 2 rolls around, something happens to the zombies where they just get a bit hardier. They get a bit more annoying. And I've died on day 2 many a time. Many a time it has happened. So I like to start up initially, get everything in place, and then from day 2, we don't try to strike out too much. We just try to very slowly expand our sphere of influence. And then from that point on, jeans, duffel bag, sheet rope, we will take and rip up these jeans, if you don't mind. And we can't rip those. Oh, we can't rip these either. Never mind. But yeah, we try to expand very slowly, and we'll go through and find everything we need to start getting ourselves established. Speaking of getting established, that's going to mean for us right now, using a hammer, a saw, we have some guns, but I dare not use them, and taking apart the neighborhood in as best a way as we can. As you see, I've prettied things up a little bit from last time. Should we encounter death, every single death and rebirth that happens in Zomboid, at least in this mode, puts us back in the exact same town. So even if we die, I've got to make sure that we get some mad information. And the last time I died, I took my man, oh my god, Irvin. We went all the way down here, went all the way around here, went all the way over here, and started this huge, like, man, that was some shit. So we're going to build a wall, and then I want to see if we can get over here and start investigating there for some metal parts. But yeah, if we die, we're going to have to find out something new about the map and just go for broke. Otherwise, is it really a life well lived? No. It's a chance you missed out on. I started taking apart that fence, but I realized I can't do it out loud outside without drawing around too many zombies. Every single time we respawn here, the zombies respawn as well. They usually have a pretty good track record of showing up in the worst of places, even though everything around it's been killed. And I don't mind that, you know? Keeps the game fresh. And no less tense. But this is also what I was hoping to do, is take a little bit more time to get this stuff out of the way, because every life is putting us back in the same position. If we do some of the boring stuff now, like taking apart wall by wall, door by door, this is at the point where I'd go, hey chat, how you doing today? What's up with you? See how you feeling. And then we get a good idea. We talk some stuff. Last time we were... Please? Last time we were talking about the awkward and sometimes very uncomfortable feelings of if you are walking the same direction as somebody, coming back from either work or coming back to or from a train station, living in the city. Living in the city, you know you have to survive. You gotta keep the dream alive. I don't know what key I'm in. I'll think about it some other time. But yeah, stuff like that. So this is almost like a somewhat more stressful Wednesday stream, where we talk, we think, we explore what it means to be human in some way, shape, or form. But just while I'm on the subject of it, I did give some thought to why the gamification of a zombie apocalypse is just so damn fun. And this right here, as we see with Liliana, is what it comes down to for me. People always think about the zombie apocalypse as the great reset. Why worry about taxes when you gotta worry about somebody biting your neck out of your face? Why worry about what might happen in work tomorrow when everybody at work is dead? It seems to take a lot of the practical considerations of horror and terror that are just, daily living and change them into the horror and terror of possibly dying. And that's a little bit exciting. It's a little bit romantic. It's why people still watched The Walking Dead. The worst thing are the people. Actually, I would like to say the worst thing is the realization of all the skills you should have or you wish you had and then have to kind of deal with. Those that know how to take apart a couch, how to take apart and then barricade themselves in, how to build a wall from a frame, stuff like that is very specialized, and for the long term of it, I think would expel the most success and or peril. And little stuff like, hey, if you're outside, how long do you have until you start losing feeling in your toes? We're in winter right now. Where is the best place for you to go? How can you tell if a water source is contaminated or uncontaminated? It would be kind of terrible. Now, not wholly terrible, but not as glamorous as I believe people would find. Yet in a game like this one, where I honestly, I felt a little bit bad. If I can tell you about Irvin, our last guy here, Irvin was also a carpenter. But Irvin was more of an explorer than a carpenter, and it explains why Irvin got mugged and bitten and had a terrible time. So I had Irvin drop off all this wonderful stuff, a ton of food. He dropped off these police boots for us, the vests that we got off of an undead officer. And then I made Irvin walk. I made Irvin walk for miles. You saw how far that map extended, and you see the speed at which we're going. Imagine doing that while wearing torn and ripped clothing and no shoes, while being delirious from the infection as well as delirious from a lack of food and water. It was horrible. And the thing that this game does so well is the sound design. You'll notice, give me a wall frame here, or I hope you can notice. Yeah, you can kind of hear that. It's very, very engrossing because the music comes and goes. It adds a little bit of spice, but for the most part, you're listening intently to the world around you. You have to listen to hear, are those zombies nearby? Did somebody scream off in the distance? Am I in danger? Chuckles. And worst of all, though, you have to hear the pain your character goes through. When zombies bite into you, this is one of the few games that doesn't make it sound like, Mortal Kombat type of goofy. When somebody gets a chunk bitten out of them in Mortal Kombat, it sounds like a man is putting his fingers through an orange peel. It's just, there's something wholly fake about it. No matter how much effects you put on or what you're doing, you can tell what doesn't sound like a person being bit into. And this just, if they bite into you viscerally, something about it is so uncomfortable that it makes your skin crawl. It makes you feel for the person. And when it came to Irvin walking along there, I could hear the sound of his feet change from whole soles to bloodied stumps. No joke about that. I forgot to put sneakers back on him after he took the boots off, but I was already being chased by about 6 or 7 zombies, and I had to get away from the house because I will not have them show up around my spawn point, zombies. In my spawn point, hell no. I do not want any of that. So I had to listen to this man for minutes on end. Like, that's something that might not be the best on stream, because it really was just it. I felt sadistic at that point. I was torturing this man because I would not have him die in such a cheap manner. I knew that we could find some part of civilization again, or at least get some more information for the next able-bodied person. If you can't escape the zombies, that's one thing. Not every situation is going to be livable. Hell, he died. But if you just give up to the zombies without a fight, I couldn't bring myself to do it. But also, I have to realize that in a very utilitarian sense, he was one of the few that is being sacrificed for the many. There will always be infinitely many more lives that will come into the Project Zomboid universe. And if the death of his one makes all of those lives potentially better, he's going to die. And if it has to be a slow death so that we can get miles added to the map, oh, I'm sorry, Irvin. Even now, just thinking about it makes me a bit sick. But he will experience all of that. Now, even to that point, if you, not device options, I want to disassemble this, believe it or not. The radio. Whenever it comes to those like decisions of survival in zombie movies, zombie horror games and such, many times they are personal. Like they like to keep the small scale of things, or if it's something like 28 Days Later, it's a bit larger scale. If you knew that you could completely halt a zombie apocalypse by sacrificing a town of people, it is the quarantine of COVID nightmare. You quarantine the town, but then you blow the town up. Everybody in there, zombified or not, will be completely eradicated. No mice will escape and carry the virus somewhere else. No water is going to be contaminated in the future. You know it will be the end. At what number of people do you start saying, okay, I'm comfy / not comfy with this? Because I was giving it a thought. Like I said, a town there. Is it a small town? Is it a large town? A large town can be, what, like a town of 1,000 people? 2,000 people? Hello, bud. Hey, buddy. You see that there's a zombie. You've seen me already. Now, I'll show you how we deal with these, Liliana. Because we don't need to worry about a large number of them, we wait till they come close, we push, and then we crush. Easiest thing, and these, oh my gosh, these military boots did so well for us. I absolutely love those one-hit kills. Now, the nightstick also. We need to find something like a crowbar, a metal pipe. If worse comes to worse, we can use one of these planks. But we need a reliable weapon that we can use long-term against zombies. Otherwise, death may not come quickly, but it will come. Do not come. Oh, I'm gonna come. Oh. Hey, it's 6 p.m. Every one of these, it's catching these is so important. I think there's 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m. is when I need to be paying attention to it. We'll jump forward time a little bit. Till next time, Woodcraft. Plus, now that helicopter, I think there are things that just like happen in the game. Sometimes you'll hear a person like scream off in the distance and it's all dramatic and such. Or oh, we're gonna make some And then, did that stir fry go into my, yeah. Create stir fry from zucchini. Sorry, I'll continue that thought in a moment if I can even remember what I was thinking. We're gonna then make some zucchini, radish, some cabbage, and then we are going to turn on the oven, plop in the steak, get that nice and unfrozen, and finish out our stir fry with that. Oh yeah, I love when early on there are not that many zombies around. Killing them one by one is efficient and easy, and if there are less than... Second, give me this, and add in the steak. There we go. Then take that, push that onto here, take you, drop you right back in. We have power for a full week, by the way. Days go by mad slowly on that. But yeah, killing the zombies initially is easy, and the nightstick, as we take a look at, I used it a little bit thinking that I could repair it, but I cannot repair it, even with my great carpentry. Let's put that on belt left. I cannot repair that, so we've got to find something that's going to allow us to really start mowing through upwards of 5 or 6 zombies. Going above 5 or 6, like max, basically, like if we do that and we fight them and we win, we cannot fight another set of zombies, even one, easily for the next hour or so. We'll be so tired. So long drawn out stuff, shooting is the worst idea because you just attract them to you. Waiting on that stir fry, waiting on that stir fry, let's go. Waiting on that stir fry, it's cooked. I also had the idea of possibly burning down one of these houses, like leaving on an oven, consciously putting something in there, and then seeing how far the fire can spread. Now, it's not a good idea because I don't know what the point would be, but it is a good idea because I'd love to see what happens. Oh! That helicopter is staying around us for a while. I actually found out that this was writable, and when I get more into it, Zomboid lore, I know so little about, and I die so often that I want to put some lore into it and like start writing page by page, but we'll see if we survive a little bit longer. Hello, Georgie. I was rambling to myself for a bunch. How you doing today? We're doing a little bit of Zomboid. As you can see, we're building up a wall out here. And I'll only probably be going till... So I think, okay, I think that helicopter actually like attracts zombies wherever it is, which is not good. Which is not good, because I was just talking about wanting to clear these zombies out. I don't want them to be all up in my stuff. I don't know why it's here. So we're actually going to chill for a bit. It's past. And yeah, the plan for today, I'm going to be streaming until about 8. We are going to build up a little wall. I have been all right. We had to delay the stream because I had some dinner with me mudder. Dinner with me mum. Which was nice. And physically, I haven't been hurting too badly as of late. Plus, that helicopter is still here. I don't know why it won't leave. Get out. Oh, I didn't mean that. But it was effective. Yeah, how are... Okay. We are going to be holing up rather soon. Damn, though. Hello, cowboy woman. Goodbye, cowboy woman. I think it didn't notify because I was way off time. And we're going to let a lot of time pass because if zombies start coming by, I'll hear them outside. But we're so holed up that I don't think it should be much of an issue. And we should catch some late night TV, no? Yeah, just a little bit of late night TV keeps us entertained. Drink up. And we have a skill that's called wakeful, restful. We don't need as much sleep as other characters, which is why I'm all the way up through the night here. And I hopefully want to make it to the morning. I wouldn't dare walk out around. If there are a lot of zombies out there, it'll be pitch black. And I won't really be able to see them, as we can see. Let's make... Let's make some canned spaghetti. And... Wait, oh, I can't make I can't make like a pot of spaghetti? What are you talking about? Okay, I guess I'll just eat it straight out of the can. I thought I'd be able to, you know, like heat it up, have a nice little bowl, be civilized while I'm still human. Apparently not. And we are Liliana Reed, by the way. No lore yet. If we start surviving, she'll get lore, but till we outrun some zombies, till we actually get some days underneath her belt. We won't stress about it. Bam, cook show, boredom down, please. We're learning and our boredom is going down. All right. You know I love making the lore. I was mentioning earlier, you actually just came in at that point. I was mentioning we can write on... if we have a pen and a notebook, we can write out notes and such. Speaking of, does it take down my boredom if I was gonna say, like, you come in here and we can say 07/17 6:50 a.m. We could say, I awake through the night and, my fingers, found the morning yet silent. This age of ambling is as eerie as it is motley enough. Maybe I don't want to listen. Bam. So I was thinking of something like this. If we get her to stay alive, if we get characters to like stay alive routinely, we can have these notebooks. And we can even call it the Vor's Journal. The Survivor's Journal. I don't want to put her name on the top because 2 other people have used this one already. I stayed awake through the night and found the morning comforting, yet silent. In this age of shambling horrors, the silence is as eerie as it is peaceful. Maybe I'm not listening closely enough. Maybe I don't want to listen. Liliana Red. Bam. And then we just drop, and go on about our day. Okay, let's see what the damage is. If there's any damage. Anybody else hanging around here? Yes, there is. So we've got to do some yard cleaning, unfortunately. But fortunately, it's not that dramatic quite yet. I was worried that we were going to be stuck with a bunch of them out here, like 5 or 6, because they rove in packs. So you'll probably see occur a couple of times. Come here. Eager. Oh my gosh, he's still alive. Please die. Thank you. And we're also taking apart the neighborhood bit by bit, piece by piece. The condition on this is still fantastic. You know, this isn't actually that half bad of a weapon right now. I was worried that we would need to find something like using our spiked planks or a metal pipe, which works really well, but I'm surprised I've never tried to use a hammer before to survive. It would make sense, but then again, we're learning new stuff all the time. Okay, so we were working through this house. Oh! Please do use they, them, I gotcha. I was going to say, I don't know if I've even thought about that, but I'll be sure to they, them, you. If I need to, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that in the best of ways. Bam. Plus, if I ever slip up, please do tell me, because I'm trying to be a lot more conscious of things like that. General comfort and having a sense of knowing you're going to be respected, because I think a lot of ways I've kind of viewed that, like the pronouns, how you want to be referred to, outside of the person themselves, is generally about respect. And it's almost like people haven't considered that up until this point. They want to think that it's about some grander ideal, and in many ways it can be, but for the most part, just show a little. So thank you for letting me know. We're going to disassemble this. We're going to disassemble this door. I'm sorry. There we are. Oh, absolutely. And that's the simplest thing. Like, wow, get away. Trying. There's no skin off my ball-peen hammer. Well, this guy just put some skin on the ball-peen hammer with his head. My gosh. Sorry, I was meaning to say it's simple. Trying is easy, and that's like, why wouldn't you? Nowhere near the end of the world. Plus, I hope that you can hear the music on this one. It always creeps me out because I swear they purposefully put like the sounds of they put like zombie sounding things in every single track, or at least the tracks that come up. So half the time you might actually be in gotcha. You might actually be in some sort of danger and not even notice. Oh, by the way. You recommended those songs from before. I couldn't find the playlist, but I could find a number of the songs, and I like the sound overall. I thought they were very, very good. Of course I can't remember any of the names now. Okay. So they were all kind of like in that same type of genre that I like to kind of call like a soulful drear kind of genre. They have this lighter ethereal nature to the way that the music goes, and sometimes it's punctuated by either drums or acoustics that are almost somewhat distant. They're specifically made to sound like they're farther off, and they've got lyrics that are very flowing from one to another. So if you actually like listen in close and pay attention, you can hear what they're saying. But if you were to just kind of mouth along and hit the same type of vowels, you would hit almost the same type of feeling. And I really liked that. So thank you for sharing those with me, Georgie. And if I can think up any other good music to split with, or anything that even falls into that kind of feel, I would be glad to share with you. Although I do have to say, finding new music, do you ever use, I know they're not in vogue right now, but something like Spotify or anything like that to consciously find new music? Because I have not been. Oh yeah, please do. But I've been looking for new like avenues of music outside of just asking people like you. It's been very difficult to find a good churning of music where you can like say, okay, I'll just put it on a station, and I know I'm not going to hear the same 5 songs over and over again, or like I'm not going to hear the best hits of this certain genre, which is going to loop back into stuff I already know about or I've already heard. You'd think in this day and age, everyone talking about discovery being so big. It's difficult. It's not easy. Bam. Yeah, we're gonna just eat a bunch of chips right now and then go to sleep. Sounds like daily life. Oh gosh. It's only 10:50 a.m. on the second day, so let's give a little sleep, go all the way through. Yeah. I can't say that I'm the biggest fan of Spotify or Pandora either, but you've actually like, do you use the, I know YouTube Music is like a service, but they also kind of have that Discover panel where you can go through YouTube Music and see, hello, how nice to see you. Welcome in. I didn't prepare for you, but hopefully this will do. That'll do. That'll should. Get out. Love the color on you, though. My gosh. It was a fantastic choice. I just wish you wore it with much less blood. While we're here, let's take the time. Oh, my shoulders. Give me another wall, please. I had a wooden frame. But yeah, do they have like an explore tab that shows up on there? I want to make sure we at least get some good time out here. Oh, please, no. Just let me finish the work. You were probably an artisan in your life. Oh! Oh my gosh. I apologize. But if I have to give you any type of credit, I must say, you bit the air mad well. If my head had been there, I would be absolutely gone at this point. So congratulations on almost being the one. Who else is that? Okay, so I think I've got to go through the neighborhood a little bit and start knocking on my neighbors' doors. All of these on our lawn, all of these zombies on my lawn have just been from today, from this life. And that is not a comforting thought, because if there's a couple here, there's usually even more there. Hello? Okay, so like that's the roving. Yeah. Luckily enough, the cleanup is like, as you see, I've been using the street. That is an amount of zombies that you cannot take without like high quality weaponry. And that is exactly what I did not want moving into our neighborhood. Them roving packs. Because now, if I'm not in a house and they hear me working on some carpentry, oh my gosh, you know they're going to be coming over. They're going to be asking for like some brain casserole and whatnot. I'm not in the mood for it. I'm not prepared to host all of them without a protective wall. So we'll see what's down the other street. And then hopefully, they don't migrate down. 7, 1. We can get rid of these hinges and doorknobs. Which is also the thing that I think is pretty cool about the way like the zombies move. You see how they kind of shuffle around like that? They will create their own sound and like draw themselves kind of emergently in different directions. So by that reactive nature, there is a chance that the pack will kind of like hobble away from you. But there also is a pretty good pack that they might just so fortuitously find their way right into us. Take that. Dang, those are heavy. Okay. And after we finish the wood framing, we are going to carry all of those bodies out. Drink a bit. If this was real life, thank God it's not, but if it were, I think I should get like, hello, woman, sir, it doesn't matter. Hello. It's so nice to see you today. Please, though. Oh, keep yourself together. These guests will not have any patience. I told them, just come by, at 7 o'clock. It's 5:20. Gosh, so rude. I'm going to keep myself down here so you can see the time. They're so early. I feel pressured. I don't have any actual food ready. I was hoping to make them go to a more renewable source of casserole that's primarily made out of cheese and grain. Not human flesh, but that's a conversation we don't need to have again. Anybody else around here? Is it just you? Okay, Sir? I'm sorry? Instead of borrowing sugar from the neighbors, I need to borrow your doors. Although we already broke into this one on a separate life. Hello? 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 Oh my gosh. So, when I was down at Full Sail University getting my degrees, that was the first time in my life I was introduced to the gloriousness of 24-hour time. Ever since then, I can't go back to like regular 12-hour splits. AM PM doesn't cut it for me. If I see 1750, I know it's 550 and we're good. If I see 1800, I know it's 6 o'clock. If you tell me 6 o'clock, I'll be like, okay, so it's in the AM. I'll just assume it goes straight to there. Personally, I think once you get into the swing of it, it's a lot more comfortable too. Hey, give me another one of these. And then disassemble these low shelves, please. What got you used into the 24-hour clock? Did you always use that like from the beginning, or was that something that came up? It's like once it got introduced, you just saw the light, saw the wonderful of it. Sorry about the phrasing. Give me this. We don't need a gas can right now. Nor do we need another screwdriver. So we could just take this one down. And that should hopefully give us enough planks. Like I think in here we can carry about what, 7? And because it's a backpack, it doesn't actually weigh directly down on us. It's a wonderful, wonderful addition. Oh, let's see. 6, 7. 6, just 6. Okay, that's not too bad. And then I'll carry that one normally. Oh! Yo! That was when that was when I knew it was serious. When you change your phone time over to military time and never change back, I know on that one. Which is weird. Now, if you ask me offhand, though, like when I'm talking to pretty much anybody else, I don't speak military time. Like to myself, I'll say, oh, it's at 1600 or it's 0700. That's easy. But if I was going to, no. If I was going to try to talk to like my mom, like when she came through, or my sister, ow, my leg. Oh, not that I'm talking to it. It just hurts. I don't use, like, I'll fall right back into, oh, that's in AM, PM, but I'll do so just by habit. It's like I learned how to speak that way to them, so I just, like, fall into it. But on myself, or, like, on my own stuff, oh my gosh. I wouldn't dream of doing that ever again. Let's stop getting so hot and take this off, rip his clothing. It's not good because our arms are going to be exposed, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Speaking of, hey! They moved away. Nice. Let's plop in here, see what's good. So I think we'll only need to take apart, what, like 3 or 4 more doors? Oh no, we've got all these planks. And then starts the very slow process of putting all the wood back up on this wall. But the upside is, as I said it earlier, every death that we go through, what we've done before stays. So even if we get far with this and then we die for reasons as you'll see, it's not that bad because the next person who comes to life can just come in and have the wall pretty much, oh, excuse me, already done. Even that little burp just like clicked something in my jaw. Excuse me, planks. Hello, thank you. Come right in there. It's comfy. It's nice. 6. So we're at max. We can get one more, but let's take apart all of these. With 24-hour. Yeah, it's... I guess that's a very American thing. Because in the military is where people use 24-hour time the most, but it shouldn't be. It really is. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we make a press just so that it kind of covers all walks of life there. It's easier, it's clearer, but then again, we all... Nice! We also are the ones who have not switched over to the metric system in all this time. Ow, my leg. Oh, goodness. Oh. Ooh. On a little personal note, I am going to the doctor tomorrow. I'm going to a biomechanical specialist. Everywhere else just calls it time. Now that's an outstanding thing, man. So I'm saying that as a non-specific, like, everybody's. I mean that in a non-specific way. Them. I hope that doesn't bother you. Everyone calls it something, but we've got such big heads over here that we think that we have to... Oh yeah, well, and that's the beautiful thing about math, that it's one of the reasons why it gets to be called such a, not a universal constant, but like a universal language. The translation of stuff, even though it may not at face value, make too much sense, we can always translate between the two. Ooh. But yeah, I'm seeing a biomechanical specialist tomorrow, and hopefully they'll be able to help me out. Tell me a bit of what's going on with my body and the pains. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. I didn't invite you over. It is 7 o'clock though. I have to say you are on time. Are you a thief? Oh no, those were just glasses. I thought she had one of those little stylish masks on. Okay. We are going to... Yeah. Oh. It's 7:10 in game and it's 7:55 here. I am going to... metric system in school. Yeah, so... I can't even think of a reason why other people would use Imperial like that. I hope. We'll see. But yeah, I am going to... We weren't on for long. We got the frame of our wall up. We've got a bunch of stuff going down. And I'm crapping out just at the best of times. But before we end, we're gonna write in our journal And we have another notebook. Nice, nice. We could call this one 717 140. Oof. Bam. Finished the skeleton of the wall today despite my new undead neighbors popping through with surprising numbers. The noise from a helicopter dragged their attention down this end of the street. Hopefully, the thought of having me served as dinner by 20. Well, do we call that 2000? Haven't actually said that one. Isn't keeping them here. Liliana Reed. Oh, short Zomboid stream. But before I lock up, we're going to do a little bit of an outro. Oh my gosh. So, just so you know what I'm thinking of doing with the streams so far, the Jupiter Hell runs are just going to be like put up. But the Zomboid streams, depending on how far we go, I want to make like a video about them, about like each of the lives we have, and try to actually like inject the lore there. I'm glad you had fun, Georgie. Wonderful to see you as always. Hope to catch you. If I'm on, stop by. It'll always be a nice time. But yeah, once we have one of them die, I'll go back through the stream. I'll try to like make it funny and interesting, and I'll hopefully get to use more and more of those chapters we're writing out. Tomorrow is art, talk, and maybe a little bit of music. We'll have fun, but till then, I want to say, bam, no matter who, no matter where, and no matter how, thank you